9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to HeartBeatHero Radio. The show hasn't started yet. It starts in 5 minutes at 7:30 p.m. Paris time. I see S-Dwarf's already in the chat. How you doing, man? Thank you for joining us. Join in when possible. And all right, Robin Lights is here as well. All right, we're just going to wait 5 minutes, and I'll give shout-outs to everybody in the chat. Previously on HeartBeatHero Radio.
Tunnel vision.
Hi, this is Clank, and you're listening to HeartBeatHero Radio.
Hi, this is Josh and Ricky from Unetics, and you're listening to HeartBeatHero Radio.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is 8X, and you're listening to HeartBeatHero Radio.
Hey, this is Joe from the Ozone Nightmare Podcast.
Hi, this is Robin Lights, and you're listening to Heartbeat Hero Radio.
Hi, this is Karen Zoe Lee.
Hi, I'm Sin Street.
This is Sequenza.
Oh, hello! It's me, Steven from Hot Heels.
Heartbeat Hero Radio Show!
This is the Heartbeat Hero Radio Show. Have a good time listening to great music, artist interviews, and some nice trivia games right now on this very channel.
All right, it's Saturday night, March 12th. It's Saturday night, March 12th of 2022. Welcome to Heartbeat Hero Radio live on twitch.tv/HeartbeatHero. Let's get this focused. Let's focus it here. It's not focusing. My name is Daniel Barton, and I'm your friendly neighborhood synthwave fan. Tonight, I will be interviewing Nanoverse at 8:30, and for the trivia, we have Mr. Nasty and Mrs. Nasty at Synthwave 83 and Nanoverse at 9 p.m. Alrighty then, let's get the show on the road. And now it's time for our interview. Tony, aka Nanoverse, is from Miami, Florida. He's a composer, producer, and mixing engineer. Nanoverse is a music project heavily inspired by the 80s horror, thriller, and action movie soundtracks with heavy metal elements, inspired by John Carpenter, Danny Elfman, and Metallica. You can follow him on Instagram at nanoverse.music and Twitter at nanoverse, and support his music at nanoverse.bandcamp.com. Tony, welcome to Heartbeat Hero Radio.
Thanks for having me on, man. This is awesome. I appreciate it.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I am doing great, feeling good. I was a bit under the weather this week, but I'm hyped up again and ready to talk to you. So I really am excited to find out how you started creating music.
Just being a fan of music. Most people, everybody loves music, but everybody's, I guess, level of enthusiasm when it comes to music only goes so far. Which most people just listen to music, and they're fans, right? For me, when I got into like American rock music in the 90s and stuff like that, it was such a big deal for me that it went beyond just being a fan and just being someone that enjoys listening to music. I wanted to know how that music was made, how it came about. I loved hearing stories of how they wrote the songs and what the artists were going through at the time and how it inspired them to write those songs and everything. I just love all that stuff. So for me, it wasn't enough just being a fan of my favorite artists. I wanted to either emulate or be able to play the guitar and play the riffs myself, and then it kind of just escalated from there. But just being a big fan, man, I love music. Music is my life,
Was there also music in your family?
Oh yeah, huge. My parents are they're obsessed with music. My parents are from Colombia. They're very, very passionate, very, very passionate about their music and everything from there. So I grew up heavily with a lot of Hispanic music first. But then as I got older, when I got into like around 5th and 6th grade, that's when I started getting introduced to American rock, like Metallica, Alice in Chains, Guns N' Roses, Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilots. That's kind of where I started, and then it went on from there. But yeah, no, I grew up with music, man. Music is a huge part of my life and my family too. We're all obsessed when it comes to music.
Are you going far back as like you're doing mixtapes, or did you buy CDs, or are you just listening to it on Spotify? What kind? How were you consuming music in the beginning?
Well, how I'm doing it now is just usually either through SoundCloud, believe it or not. I feel like it's easier, especially for the retro wave, synth wave. It's a lot easier to discover artists through SoundCloud. At least for me, I feel like it's easier that way. But no, I usually just through talking to other producers, friends of mine, that make their own music and stuff like that. We're always sharing music with each other. Like, hey, did you hear this song? This song is badass. This song is great, or whatever. And that's kind of how it goes. And I get introduced by stuff all the time just by chatting with people, just talking to them and stuff, asking them about the music they're making, and then obviously I check it out, and it's only a matter of time I become a fan myself.
All right, I want to talk. I'm a huge Batman fan. I just finished watching Batman for the second time, and before we started the show, we talked about really wanting to talk about Batman. I recently watched the Batman, and I was pleasantly surprised. Have you seen it? What did you think of it?
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it on opening night. Took my kids with me, and man, we had a blast. It was. I have a rule when it comes to movies I'm super excited about. I don't watch trailers. So
that's smart.
Yeah, I don't watch it at all, because at that point I already know I'm going to see the movie. I'm already excited about it. I already have my ticket. I'm going to go. So if it's something I'm really, really excited about, which this movie, honestly, I didn't see a single trailer. Like, I saw some still shots of what he looked in the bat suit and things like that. Very, very minimal exposure to the movie prior to seeing it. So when I went into it, I was like the whole time, like my jaw was just dropped the entire movie. Like, I didn't really go in with any type of expectation, but long story short, I loved it, man. It was phenomenal. I feel like that's the movie we've all wanted for a very, very long time, to see the way, obviously I don't want to get into spoilers because I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but just the way the movie was fleshed out was, for me, is like, finally, thank you. Like, I've been wanting that for such a long time. So I'm looking forward to seeing it again. I'm probably going to see it probably towards the end of this week coming up again. It was such a great movie, man. I loved it.
Yeah, me too. And your kids watch it too. What do they think of it?
Oh, they thought it was incredible also. My kids, just like me, they grew up with all the Batman stuff that I grew up with, the animated series, the Keaton movies. We watched all that stuff, so to them, they already know if there's a Batman movie coming out, Dad's gonna take us for sure,
So after watching the Batman with my son, I wanted to go from like one of the best Batmans to one of the worst. We watched Batman and Robin.
Oh God! Why would you do that to yourself?
He didn't even want to finish watching it. He's like, "Can we watch something else?" I'm like, "No, we just got to finish it. You need to know this story. You need to know about Bane. You need to know about Poison Ivy. You need to know these things."
Yeah, that's how my firstborn daughter, when I showed her Batman '89 and Batman Returns, she was like, "Is there another one?" I was like, "Yeah, but you're not gonna like it." And of course, the next one was Batman Forever. So I put it on, and maybe 15 minutes into it, she's like, "Dad, what the hell is this?"
Even Batman Forever is more watchable because of Jim Carrey, but.
Right. Yeah, that movie is better than Batman and Robin. But that to me is not saying much, because those movies have not aged well. Like I said, I tried to watch it with my kid, and I was like, "Oh, I don't think I can sit through this." I'm sorry. Like, I loved it when I was a kid.
All right, so
not as much as the Keaton movies. But.
So for the first track of yours, I would like to play your cover of Batman NES Streets of Desolation. Can you tell us a bit about this track?
Oh yeah, I grew up with that game. I had that game when I was a kid, and it was so hard that I was always stuck on the first level. So the music, like, to me, was like, all right, well, this game is so hard, I can't get past the second or third level, but the music of that first level is just so awesome that I got the idea, because I came across it recently, like, oh man, I haven't heard this in forever. But then I got this idea. I'm like, this song would actually sound pretty cool if it had more of a down tempo approach, where it was a little slower. And create kind of more of a groove rather than that like fast-paced version of the original. And I was like, oh, it's kind of curious to see. And I experimented with it. I composed it, everything, put it in my DAW, slowed it down, and I was like, ooh, this sounds cool. It's got a nice groove. And I kind of just redesigned some of the, like the sounds and the synths and stuff like that. But yeah, it was just an idea that I had. I was like, I think it would sound pretty groovy if it was slowed down a bit, that's pretty much how the idea came about, you know.
All right, this is the cover of Batman NES Streets of Desolation by Nanoverse. That was a cover of Batman NES Streets of Desolation by Nanoverse. Tony, what are you currently working on?
What am I currently working on? Man, okay. So for the time being, I did release an album a couple months ago. Kind of just slow dripping it on streaming platforms, one track at a time. There's 2 tracks left, so pretty much 2 more months. Usually when I make new music, especially if I'm planning on releasing an album, it's kind of just something that just naturally happens. This last album was my 4th release, and it's weird. It's usually like around summer I start getting ideas. That's how it's been for the past 4 years, so I'm pretty sure that this year it's going to be the same. Probably sometime around the summer I'll start recording some riffs, some ideas and stuff like that, some little demos, and from the summer into the fall I'll start fleshing it out and putting it together and everything. That's usually just how it happens naturally. I've even tried recently writing new material and it's not happening. So what I do is I spend a lot of this time just learning, like experimenting with new techniques and just trying to learn, so that way on the next album I obviously have something fresh to offer. So at the time being, I'm kind of just learning as much as I can regarding mixing, engineering, just different VSTs that I'm probably going to invest in, some software, just to create a new sound, just to put something unique out there for the next album. So that'll probably be happening in the next couple of months.
It is weird how you have different periods in the year, or I have multiple periods or different time frames where the music that comes to me is always really good and nice and kind of like, and there are other periods where it's just crap and it doesn't sound
right.
good, and those are great moments to experiment and build on and to change things for in the future. I also wanted to ask you about, you said you played a guitar as well, but I was going to ask you if you play drums on your Instagram. I've seen a lot of drum playing on your Instagram, but you also play guitar?
Yeah, I play guitar, play a little bit of bass also. But drums, I think that out of the three, I feel like I stand out more on drums. And plus drums is like not very common finding drummers. It's kind of hard to find drummers. Guitars, you can find them everywhere, you know. So drums came to me very easily when, like, I used to just air drum. Like I would literally just tap my you know, like just tap my legs or whatever, and I got on an actual drum set and I just started playing, and that was it. No lessons, nothing, just by ear. So yeah, I would consider myself primarily a drummer. You know, if I was going to contribute or collaborate with another artist, I'd want to do something related to drums. That's always my go-to things. All right, you guys flesh out the song, the lyrics, the vocals, everything else, and let me do the finishing touches on drums. That's always been my approach. But as per like the Nanoverse project or anything where I make my own original music, I do everything. You know, it just depends on what I'm going for. You know, what the song needs.
Are you adding the drums to your tracks as well on your albums?
Yeah. I like on the first two albums, it was pretty straightforward, you know, because it was like a very the drums were very simple, which is something that's pretty standard in synthwave. The drums are pretty just straightforward, you know, 4/4 timing, you know. But on the third album, I was like, I kind of want to try to elevate the drums, you know, and do something more natural sounding rather than it just being just that 4/4 doom doom doom, you know. Wanted to try something different. And then I started incorporating guitar and stuff like that. But on the next album for sure, the goal, at least I already know in my mind, that the central part of the album is going to be the drums, and then the synths and the guitars and all that stuff are going to, you know, accompany the drums. So that's kind of the direction I'm planning on going. And I'm going to experiment with a lot of cool drum stuff. I'm excited about that.
And what type of drums do you have? Because I'm not an expert on this, but there may be people listening like, oh, he has this type of drum or that type of drum.
Right, it's a V drum. It's an electronic drum kit. It's a Alesis Nitro mesh kit. Pretty good. I mean, it's what, like a $400 piece. It's nothing fancy, but the trigger response is good. It's on point, and also the mesh heads give you that natural feel. You know, because a lot of like these electronic kits, especially the lesser expensive ones, the lower end ones, they have those rubber pads that they just feel awkward, you know. And if anybody that's watching knows what I'm talking about, they know how awkward it is. But these are fantastic because of the meshes, and you can adjust them to your liking. So it gives you a very, very natural feel when you're playing the drums, you know. And in terms of like how responsive it is in the DAW when I'm recording MIDI and all that, it's on point, you know. It's a solid kit.
All right, I want to play your track called Dream Warriors. Could you tell us a bit about it?
Oh yeah. So the first album, 1986, that pretty much is like an album that's just dedicated to everything I grew up with. So movies, especially, you know, soundtracks, all that stuff. That song in particular, I rewatched Dream Warriors around the time that I was working on the album. And there's one scene, which I don't remember which scene it is exactly off the top of my head, but if you listen to it, it has this like, this very like, I guess, like a minor type of like synth. It's just notes that are just constantly repeating, but it obviously it builds up to the intensity of the scene. And instantly, as soon as I heard that like little chord progression, I got this idea where I was like, man, if you just add that 4/4 groove at like 88 BPM or something, man, that would sound so cool as like a synth track, you know, like a retro wave type of track. And that's kind of how it played out. I figured out I guess the chord progression, and I kind of just made my own version of it. But it's the same exact chord progression as the scene from that movie. I got to look it up. I'll tell you exactly which scene it is. I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I was watching the movie and it inspired the song. So I had to name it Dream Warriors.
All right, this is Dream Warriors by Nanoverse. That was Dream Warriors by Nanoverse. Tony, what is in store for the future of Nanoverse?
In the future, I'm planning on doing some remixes of some songs that have already been released. So that's something that's in the works. I already got a couple of tracks that I've been experimenting with just to change it's pretty much, okay, so they're kind of remixes where like the songs are still the same, but I'm just switching certain things up. Like, for example, one of the tracks that I'm working on is on The Great Deception, which is the third album. And one of the tracks, I don't remember the name off the top of my head because I'm working on a couple of them. But anyway, the songs are the same, but what I'm doing is I'm removing some of like the rock elements and I'm making them more synth based. So I'm kind of replacing some things and adding them in to kind of just give it like that straight up synth vibe, and with toning down the metal aspect. That was just something I was just kind of just experimenting with in the DAW, just muting stuff. And I was like, hey, you know what? This actually wouldn't be a bad idea if I just did a straight synth approach and kind of toned down the metal stuff. I think that like the synth community would probably love that. So I'm already kind of playing around with a couple of tracks that I'm planning on doing that with, mainly tracks off of these last two albums, because these last two albums had a lot of more metal type of influences and sounds. So that's one thing. And I've got a bunch of covers, like for instance, the Batman cover that you just played right now, Streets of Desolation. I'm going to put together either an EP or might be an LP, because I've got a couple of covers out there. And I'm going to put them all together and put it up on Bandcamp. It's a cover album, it's not really anything original. I'll just put it up, and if people want to, support the project or whatever, they're more than welcome to. If not, they can just download it for free, So
awesome.
Those are the two things I'm working on right now. And then, of course, within the next couple of months, I'm sure I'll start working on another album. It's just the way it happens,
So probably in the next 2 months, it will come out, the next release of yours.
Yeah. The for sure the covers, that one's easy. I'm just gonna go back. I'm buying some new gear, and I want to be able to use some mixing gears. I don't know if you've heard of these headphones, but you might want to check them out, or any other engineers here or producers. The Steven Slate VSX. I don't know if you've heard of those headphones.
No.
But they have like audio simulation. So in other words, it simulates like studio rooms, reference, like it changes pretty much the settings, to give you a reference point, instead of, everybody does the car test where they mix a track down. Well, you can actually, through the headphones, you can simulate a car, what it would sound like in a car. So that way you don't have to leave your workspace. And it's pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to that. That's something I'm going to get. I'm going to use that obviously to release the next stuff that I work on moving forward. So I'm really, really excited about that. That's going to be awesome.
Are they expensive, or is it?
Yeah, they're not cheap.
What price range are we talking?
$500.
Oh yeah, these are like $150 or something like that.
Yeah. I have a pair that's a little lesser expensive, but this one is just the options that you have to just switch, like between reference points. It'll simulate AirPods. It'll simulate what it sounds like in a Tesla, in an SUV, and then it has simulations of like well-known studios with like specific types of monitors that are known by engineers. So they're emulations of actual gear that's used in studios. So it's pretty good stuff, man. I'm looking forward to that. So the cover album and the remix, and then the next album, I'm going to be doing on all that stuff. I might even go back and revisit some old tracks and remix them with that. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Just hopping back onto the headphones again. So those are like big studio headphones. Are there any big producers using those same headphones?
To my knowledge, no, but I've looked up a bunch of reviews on YouTube, and and these are guys that are established, known as mixing engineers, mastering engineers, and they all say that just having the option of being able to switch, and using the software while you're mixing in a DAW is fantastic, because it just minimizes that back and forth of having to mix down a track, go to your car, listen to it. Oh, sounds like crap. Got to go back. And then it just cuts all that out completely. You don't even have to leave your workstation, and you can. So in essence, it's like if you already have the experience and the chops to mix, then that just makes your job easier. In other words.
What's the name? Just one more time.
Steven Slate VSX.
Steven Slate VXF's headphones. I'm gonna look that up after this show. All right, we're gonna play your final track, "Until You're Dead." Please tell us a bit about it.
Oh man, that's that track alone is probably the one that has been the most well received by the community, the synth community, and everybody. Even people that don't even know synthwave, like if I run an ad or something and I just use like Terminator and like 80s type of filters and stuff, people eat it up. They love that track. So that one was while I was working on the first album, and it was I think I just had the patch open, the synth, and I just started playing the little melody of the like the main melody of the song, and it just came out in the moment, and I was like, wow, that sounds so awesome. Like it was the most effortless experience putting that track together. It just literally was there. You know, it was really cool. That's a great track. I'm happy with how it came out.
Those are the best. This is Until You're Dead by Nanoverse.
Cyborgs don't feel pain. I do. Don't believe. Just listen and understand that Terminator is out there. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear, and it absolutely will not stop, ever, until you are dead.
That was Until You're Dead by Nanoverse. Tony, thank you for letting me interview you. Please tell me, the listeners, what you're thankful for and what would you like to promote?
Well, I'm thankful for this community, man. Everybody that I've met so far has been fantastic. Like I mentioned earlier, you know, it was great to see how much how far you've come, because I remember following you from the beginning when you started, and it was around the same time I started too. So it's cool to see how far you've come, and other people that I've, you know, had the chance of meeting and chatting with and building a friendship with. So I'm just super grateful for this community, man. Even the fans, that are a part of it, everybody, it's super cool people, man. I'm just so happy to be a part of it. I feel like I've been welcomed in by it, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. And I'm just looking forward to what everybody's working on, what they release, and then of course what I'm going to be working on and sharing and contributing to the community, man. So thank you for everything. I'm really happy to be here and everything. This is I've had a blast. This has been super fun.
Yeah, then we're going to have more fun in the trivia later on. And what would you like to promote?
My social media, YouTube. I'm on YouTube. Those videos that you put up just now, you can watch those on the YouTube channel, Nanoverse Productions. I'm on Instagram. That's where I'm the most active. That's nanoverse.music. Yeah, check that out. Follow me if you guys dig the stuff.
All right, I'll see you around 9:30 for the trivia. It is already 9:30, so we're going to play trivia after this next track. I think you can just hang out in the Google Hangouts. I'm going to add the other guys to the Google Hangouts as well, and I'm just going to introduce this next track real quick. From Vestfold, Norway, we have Centurion Prime. This is the second single taken from their upcoming album, Prisma. This time they have invited Karen My Anderson on guest vocals to add an even more epic feel to their music. This is Distant Voices featuring Karen My Anderson by Centurion Prime.
Without a trail to follow.
That was Distant Voices featuring Karen Mai Anderson by Centurion Prime. Humbug was on my show during the Halloween episode of 2021. Let's just put this on. Hey guys. And he created a track called Spider Blind. I really wanted to create a remix for Humbug, and this was the result. Support Humbug via humbug.bandcamp.com. That's HUMMBUGG.bandcamp.com. This is Spider Blind by Humbug, the Heartbeat Hero remix. Was Spider Blind by Humbug, the Heartbeat Hero remix, and Mr. and Mrs. Nasty have some technical difficulties, so we're going to wait for them. I got another track to play for you guys. This is Heartbeat Hero with Give Me All Your Smiles. All right, that was Heartbeat Hero with a very cool track. I don't have the name in front of me, so... All right, we're going to play one more track because Mr. and Mrs. Nasty are almost there. I can see their video. I can hear the voices. We're going to figure it out. Here is Luxley with Gotta Run featuring Spring Break.
Drink and we'll call it. Ha. Baby, grab your coat and we'll hit the road. Oh, when you stare at me like this and that red dress is calling to me. Oh, baby, when you gotta go, don't you know I gotta run? Tonight is all but done. The jukebox is on us. I just want a little bit of love. Do you wanna come? That look is more.
Luxley with Gotta Run featuring Spring Break. We got one more track and we're going to play some trivia. This is also my trivia track. Here we go. It's Cassette with Internet Dating 19... Oh, wait, I got a whole thing over here. Alex Kaz, a.k.a. Cassette. He was born in Mexico City. Cassette started in 2015 as a desire to express himself, how he feels when it comes to music. Major influences are Daft Punk, Justice, and Deadmau5. This is Internet Dating 1996 by Cassette. I'm putting you guys on the screen. Oh, yeah, that was Internet Dating 1996 by Cassette. We were almost there, but we're not there yet. The guests are almost here for the trivia. Thank you for your patience. We're going to play another track. It's Memorex Memories with Pictures of Purple Skies. That was Pictures of Purple Skies by Memorex Memories, and it's time to introduce our trivia guest for tonight. She is here for her second battle in the trivia, being the champion of our previous trivia challenge, duking it out with Robin Lights on the last episode of Heartbeat Hero Radio. She has an Instagram account that goes by the name of Synthwave83. Where you can read her interviews with wonderful synthwave artists. Please welcome the awesome Dawn.
Hey.
All right,
How you doing? You all right?
I am doing good. Now we go to our next trivia players. He is a Mortal Kombat fan, and she is a Pokemon Gold fan. You can find their gaming channel at YouTube at Game Nasty. Aaron and Tammy, aka Mr. and Mr. Nasty, welcome to Heartbeat Hero Radio. You are muted.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Or are they delayed?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. We are.
Yeah.
Okay. We're here to party.
Well, thank you so much for dressing up.
They always start quiet, and then they come on with a bang.
They do.
All right, and back with us again to compete in my retro 80s video game trivia, we have Tony, a.k.a. Nanoverse.
What's up, guys? Let's do it.
Is everybody ready to play some trivia?
Yes.
Here we go.
You want to take the shit serious?
All right, we're going to play the trivia warm-up round. We're going to start with Dawn. These are all tracks. There are no points for this round, and everyone can answer. It's just who answers first. These are classic retro 80s video game soundtracks. You can guess the name of the video game, and then when I play the sound, and everybody can answer at the same time, so it's all go for these tracks. There are about 10 tracks, and we're going to start with the first one. If I can find it, where'd I put it? I put it in the trivia. Here we go. First one. In the chat, you can guess as well. I'll turn it up. It's kind of soft here.
Is it Mario?
No, it's not.
Let's see if the chat knows the answer.
It's definitely a Sunsoft soundtrack.
Yeah, no. Is that Mega Man?
Nope.
I was going to say Mega Man too.
Nobody in the chat yet. Nobody's guessing this one. All right. It was Contra. Contra.
Contra.
Oh, right, okay.
The jungle theme stage 1. Here we go to the next one.
That's Donkey Kong.
Alex, a kid.
That is. It's Donkey Kong.
Definitely.
Donkey Kong. All right. Next one.
Ready?
Oh my god, I've heard this before. I just don't.
Everybody has.
Let's see what the chat says. Nobody. It was Galaga.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh, okay.
gosh.
Not doing so well right now, guys.
Next up.
Like we can't go up here and get shown by the Sunpipe guys. Oh, fuck, I know this.
I don't know.
I actually know this.
As Dwarf said, Mozart.
I really don't know.
It's-
I actually know this. It's actually in my head on.
Gauntlet.
Oh. It's
Okay.
old.
All right, now we're getting to more famous ones. Here we go.
Oh, Zelda.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Next up.
Oh, that's no, 30 seconds. No, that's false.
No.
What?
I thought it was Pokemon.
No.
That was,
No, it's not.
No.
It's not.
that's
Why am I struggling? I actually know this.
It's Mega Man 2. All right, now we're going to get to some really easy ones. Here we go.
Oh,
Pac-Man.
Pokemon. No, yeah, Pac-Man. Oh my god, what am I saying?
Yeah, Pac-Man.
All right. Here we go. I need the specific version.
Mario 1985.
Yeah,
1983, sorry.
That is correct.
85.
Here we go.
85.
Another one, the specific version.
Mario 2?
Nope.
It's
Mario 3. Isn't this Mario 3?
Mario 3 is
Mario
correct. Mario 3.
Yeah.
And for the final one, here we go.
Oh, Tetris.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I got a few. Not bad.
All right, that was a trivia warm-up round. Let's have a chat with Dawn. Dawn, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? You all right?
I am fine.
Good.
Let me just get some background music here running because I just was playing that really cool music. So on your Instagram account, Synthwave83, people can read your interviews you have with Synthwave artists. Since your last appearance here on the show, you have interviewed Dana Jean Phoenix. You've also been able to see her perform in the past. What was that like?
It was great. That was at Ollie Ride's concert. She was lovely. It was meant to be Nina, but Nina pulled out, and then Dina stepped up, and she was amazing. She was really lovely to meet in person afterwards as well. Yeah, she was really lovely.
So cool. You have a Spotify playlist out. I was wondering, which tracks have you recently added to that playlist?
Let's see, I even looked earlier because I forgot. Loads. It's a Spotify playlist just for synthwave, doc, synth, every 2 weeks on a Thursday. All sorts. I love Duet's new song at the moment called Sad Blue. That's really great with Promo. That's such a classic. Cinnamon Chasers. Roxy Drive's new song. There's too much. It's just amazing. Seems to be really strong at the moment. Lots of great tracks coming out.
What do you have coming up in the future?
Still keep going with my Artist Weekly, trying to push out questions. Hopefully, in the next 3 weeks' time, I will have the amazing Time Cop on board as well.
Yeah.
We've been in contact and just sending questions to and fro, and that'll be really exciting because I'm such a massive fan of him and his music, and collect it on vinyl, so I'm a bit of a geek with that, a t-shirt. But no, that's really such an honor to have him on board as well, so that's going to be good fun.
I asked if there was a track you would like me to play, and you suggested Digital Romance by Warlock. Could you tell me a bit why you picked it?
It's just really good, it's catchy, and it's just, he's amazing. What he does is just phenomenal. I really like him.
Here we go. This is Digital Romance by Warlock. That was Digital Romance by Warlock, and we're going to play round one of trivia.
It's like the price is right.
All right, I have a question for everybody in this round. If you answer it correct, you hear this. And if you answer it wrong, you hear this. We're going to start with Don AK of Synthwave 83. What name is not a ghost in Pac-Man? And then we have the following three options. A, blue. A, blue. B, Inky. Or C, Clyde.
Clyde.
The name that is not a ghost in Pac-Man is Blue. The ghost names are Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde.
I never even knew that.
I know that shit.
I just thought it sounded odd.
Yeah.
Tammy, a.k.a. Mrs. Nasty, you are up. What is the maximum score you can achieve of the original Pac-Man arcade game? Is that A, 9,999,980, or B, 600,666,620, or C, 3,333,360?
Shit.
Wow. The amount of numbers that came at me so fast then.
She's not the best with numbers.
No, I'm not. 900.
Just pick a B or C or D.
A.
We'll go for an A. A is incorrect. The correct answer is 3,333,360. Now we go to Aaron, aka Mr. Nasty. Now he was competitive. He really wants to win, so let's see what he knows. When was the Nintendo Entertainment System released in the UK? Was that A, in 1984, B, 1985, or C,
85.
1986?
85.
85. Incorrect.
I was going to say 86. Is it 86?
It is 86. That's correct.
Oh, no way.
The 1st of September, 1986, the Nintendo Entertainment System, also known as the NES.
Behind in the UK, aren't they?
What?
They were a year behind then.
Yep.
They were always a year behind.
Yep. We're going to go to Tony, aka Nanoverse. Who guards the fortress in Super Mario Bros. 3? Is that A, Boom Boom, B, Koopa Troopa, or C, Bowser?
Koopa Troopa?
Koopa Troopa. You
Bowser,
all
isn't
got
it?
it wrong. 0 points for you guys. Oh.
Was it Bowser?
The correct answer was Boom Boom.
Oh.
Boom Boom.
Oh, mate, we are
That
terrible.
was a trick question.
All right, let's have a quick chat with Aaron and Tammy, aka Mr. and Mrs. Nasty. How you doing?
Oh, very good. Thank you very much for having us on.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, so lovely to have you. You guys are so spiffy. I feel underdressed so much. How did you both find your love for video games?
Do you want to start, Tommy?
Yeah, mine was with originally Lion King on the Mega Drive. That was me from like the age of 5, 6. And then dipped my toe into Pokemon Gold, and that was me. That was me hooked. But yeah, it's basically childhood really. And I had a best mate that lived across the road from me. He was a boy, and I was a little bit of a tomboy kind of girl. And we fell in love over the video games, not with each other, with video games. And then
Aaron's like,
that
what?
was just me. I never really had enough money growing up as a child, but when me and him became friends, it was sort of like I got to dive into that world without having it for myself, if that makes any sense. But yeah.
Very cool. And Aaron?
For you?
For me, well, I'm the youngest of 5, so like, see everything that people have nostalgia for, like 10 years older than me. I have that nostalgia because I've got brothers and sisters and that are all way older than me, and whatever they liked, I would have liked. But I was lucky enough that, like, because I'm the youngest, like my oldest brother had an NES. I played Batman. I played my favorite memories of that time of the NES generation would have been like Batman, Super Mario, Donkey Kong, and Jackie Chan Kung Fu.
Oh, nice.
Like those are the games I would have played the shit out of, right? And then I remember feeling like getting an upgrade when we got to the Master System. And I remember actually going to Extra Vision, which is like Blockbuster, and renting out like Mortal Kombat for the Master System. And then we had we got a Mega Drive. And so all these your kind of small childhood memories kind of break up. But what actually made it for me, right, was when I was like 10 or 11. And we got the N64. I got Ocarina of Time. And that's the first game I actually devoured by myself. Like I literally opened it up and it was completed it start to finish, but then just completed it. I went back and completed it in every possible way you can do it. Look for every clue, every heart, every crest, everything that you could find in that game. And that's where an actual love for games actually happened for me. And then after that, it was like every game that I played after that, if I couldn't complete a game the way I completed that game, it wasn't one of the greatest games to me ever. You know, it wasn't like until Silent Hill 2 on the PS2 that I went, oh my God, this is one of the best games I've ever played. Every other game after that, it was just, you have to compare it to that experience. Well, or if a new person goes in and plays that experience, it's not, you can't go back and play people's memories. That's a very important thing. You can't go back and go, oh, I'm in 1996 and this is how it should feel. You have to create your further experiences from your memory and go, right, what this memory done to me, I have to experience that in this next game or next experience. And that's what I always strive for. And after that game, it was always, that's the goal that I have to have. If I can't get that experience, it's not a great game to me.
You have high standards for games, man.
No. It's not even the high standard. It's like I can still enjoy a game and be a great game, but it's like to be the greatest game or one of my favorite games or whatever, I have to
get that feeling.
It has to bring me back to that experience.
Yeah, nostalgia is important.
Yeah. It has to bring me back to that feeling of going, I need to do this. I need to find everything in this game. Yeah. And I don't think that's a standard that is unachievable to ask. I think it's just something that needs to grasp you as a person, or not as a gamer, as a person.
So you both have love for games. How did you find each other?
That's that's a random ass story, isn't it?
Yeah, you can explain this one.
Okay. So basically, I was doing some work for this American gaming website called the Gamer Access, and one of my colleagues was being interviewed by somebody in his community, and I dived into the Discord of that community because I was like wanted to support a little bit more about what the podcast host was doing, and I was really interested in it. And then you were running a podcast at the time, weren't you? Called 3-Bit Losers, that were doing like
gaming
content, like news of the week sort of thing, and what they've been playing and all of that. And then we basically crossed paths somewhere in the community.
That was on seconds. You literally joined.
I did literally join the Discord, and then we found that we had more in common than just gaming. And then we started talking, and then it became addictive. We couldn't stop talking to each other, and then within 6 months, I decided to move from England to Northern Ireland to Ireland to be with him. We sort of fell head over heels in love within a couple of weeks of just talking to each other. So yeah, that's basically the story. So it's kind of like online dating, but not intentionally.
But then from the day we kind of met, we always talked about doing our channel.
Yeah.
So that was like 4 years in the making of going, right, we should do this, and then we did it.
Now we're here.
Very nice.
On Heartbeat Radio of all places.
And Heartbeat Hero Radio. What are your favorite games?
Oh. Do you want to start?
I'll easily start that. Start games with is Ocarina of Time, Silent Hill 2, and then the Xenoblade series.
Yes.
That's an easy answer, and that sense because it covers a great bond of RPGs.
Yeah.
First-person shooter. Favorite first-person shooter is probably going to be the same as Tammy, so I'll let her answer.
Yeah. Oh, number one has to be Doom.
Yeah, Doom.
And then recently, since Quake has come back out,
Quake's great.
Quake
was my favorite online shooter.
Oh, it's perfect.
How dare you guys not
Music,
say GoldenEye?
everything. It's brilliant.
Tammy's a beast in Quake.
I didn't know that this was a thing.
She's got a power. It's like she's a super beast in Quake. Like
Quake has to be up there, and then The Witcher. What is it? Is it 3 or 2? I can't remember.
Witcher 3.
3. Wild Hunt and Pokemon Gold. Pokemon Gold will always forever be that nostalgic favorite of mine. One, because you would literally play it over and over again to complete the Pokédex, I guess. And also the music as well has such a grasp, especially when you enter that battle scene. Love it. But yeah, that's me.
Very cool. Aaron, I picked out a track for you called Margaret by the band Strength NIA. Could you tell me a bit about this band?
Yeah, they're a local Derry band, actually. I'm actually very proud of the people that are a part of this group. They've been in many other bands before. The guy who is the lead singer, he's the guy that makes a lot. He's the mastermind behind it all. This guy called Rory Moore. He was in a band called Red Organ Serpent Sound before that, and a long time ago he was in a band called Spider Hand. I don't know if he's actually tuned in. I actually asked him to tune in for this, but that was a long time ago. But they're a really hard band, right? They put on their category, but they're a fucking excellent band. They listen to. No, the reasons why I like them so much is like 1 minute I'm listening to them and like. See when you're talking about bands, you're talking about music, and you want to compare them to somebody, right? The bands themselves mightn't like what you say about them. Like, for example, Mr. Bungle doesn't necessarily have massive influence by Frank Zappa, but they always get compared to this Frank Zappa kind of noise. But, like, if I'm listening to these, you can't pigeonhole them. And I love that individuality about the band. Like, but there is moments I listen to them and go, oh my God, they're like Fugazi. But or Jesus Christ, this is the Derry's answer to The Fall. Do you know, this is like what I'm saying, but like they mightn't necessarily like them bands or even be a part of that band. But I think the idea of it, the fact that there's a different, every sound and every song is different, and they've got this here like individuality and beautiful outlook in music that they're a great highlight to where we come from. And I think it's really important to highlight the bands that where we come from. And these are probably the cream of the crop of where it comes to. And the guy has pushed through so much musically. They produce something that all he wants to do is make music that he wants to make and make music. And this song, for example, is apparently about like he wanted to write a song about his great granny. So he did it.
Well, this is Margaret by Strength NIA.
The lovely Lily was a horrible boat. The lovely Lily was oh so frilly, but it should have been sunk. Captain Hay, he was a prisoner inside, and he was paying the price for being a decent man. My great grandfather, he was a great man. I'm never gonna be what my great grandfather will be to Ireland. Will be to Ireland. Paddy McCourt, enjoy the ball. and you can watch them all day on the left wing play. Give Paddy the ball. My great grandfather, he was a great man, and you can watch him all day on the left side play. There was no better man in all of Ireland. What about all the underestimated Irish women that never got a mention? That's true. We gotta sort that one out too. What about all the great underestimated Irish women that never got a mention down through all the Irish history books? That's true. We gotta sort that one out too. My great grandmother was a great woman. I'm never gonna be what my great grandmother will be to womankind. But when I get the time, I will write a song about her. Get down.
Was Margaret by Strength NIA, and we're gonna go to round 2 of trivia. Woo!
Party!
All right, let's start with Don. Don, you're up first. Duck Hunt was the first game for the Nintendo Entertainment System that made use of what accessory? The A, the ray gun, B, the zapper, or C, the laser gun?
I know it was a gun. Laser gun.
The laser gun.
Is it zapper?
Zap.
It's a zapper. It's the zapper. All right.
Back to the end zap.
Tammy is up. You are up. All right. On the July the 9th, 2021, an early production NES cartridge of the first Legend of Zelda was sold, making it the most expensive video game ever to be sold. For how many dollars was this sold? A, again, numbers. 55,000, 55,000, 870,000, or 1.3 million.
1.3 million.
1.3 million. That was 870,000.
Oh, it's Mario.
All right. Next up is Aaron. Let's see if anybody can get anything right. Donkey Kong was the first ever platform game. Is that true or false?
No, it's false. Actually not. It's not
true.
A platform game?
It was the first ever platform game.
No, the first ever platform game was Mario?
No, Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong was the first.
Donkey Kong
No,
first?
with the donkey in the middle and then the platforms either side.
Like, as in platform games move from left to right. Donkey Kong doesn't move from left to right. That's not a platform game?
It is.
I just looked it up on the internet. I don't know.
Like, that's totally wrong.
Ask the internet. Tony, you're up next. What is the maximum number of simultaneous players for the arcade version of Gauntlet? Is that A, 2, B, 3, or C, 4?
Wow. I'm going to say 2.
Oh, my God.
We suck.
In all of Heartbeat Hero Radio, I've never had anybody answer every question wrong in the first 2 rounds.
I thought it was just going to be me. I think it was going to be everybody on here.
All right, because Aaron told me that Tammy liked Doom, and she didn't know what track to pick. I picked a track 4. So it's a small snippet of BFG Division by Mick Gordon. Do you know this track, Tammy?
Chef's Kiss, yes,
Oh,
I do.
it is amazing. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to get a copyright strike for playing this, but it's so amazing. I'm going to play 2 minutes of it. Here we go.
Do you need the damn sources? Do you need to check? Donkey Kong's on a platformer.
All right, that was a very short snippet of BFG Division by Mick Gordon. We're going to play round 3 of trivia. Woo!
Tony stepped out, but we'll catch up.
He's last, so we'll start with Don. Don.
Yes.
The final question. Which boss from Mega Man 1 is a remodeled boss in Mega Man 2? Is that A, Gutsman, B, Bomb Man, or C, Iceman?
A,
Gutsman. It's correct.
Finally.
1 point for Dawn. She's back on the track. She might just win this trivia again. Here we go. Next up is Tammy.
I'm back, guys.
Hey.
Awesome. We already started. We started, and Dawn got it right.
All right.
Dawn got the first one right. All right. Next question. In the game Contra, what does the capsule with an R on it represent? A rifle, B, rapid, or C, rider? So the capsule with the R on it in the game Contra, what does it represent? A, rifle, B, rapid, or C, rider?
Rapid?
Rapid. Let's see if that is correct.
Yay!
The women are 2 up on the guys. Aaron.
Nice.
It's your moment of
I
truth.
can't even win now.
In the video game
But
Frogger.
your Donkey Kong information is wrong. It's not a platformer.
No pressure.
In the video game Frogger. You know that video game? I'm sure you do.
Yeah. You have to cross the road.
All right. How many frogs do you need to get into their homes on each level? Is that A, 6, B, 3, or C, 5? How many frogs do you need to get into their homes on each level? A, 6, B, 3, or C, 5?
B.
B, 3. Oh.
Was it C?
The correct answer is 5. Yeah, it was C.
Yeah. Oh.
Did you know that one, Don?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
How weird.
Really?
Well, Tammy will make Aaron feel better later on, I'm sure.
Oh.
All right, let's go to Tony. What type of ship was a player piloting in the 1983 arcade game Star Wars? Was that A, the Death Star, B, the X-Wing fighter, or C, the TIE fighter?
I don't know anything about Star Wars.
Oh my god!
Hey, I'm just being honest.
Okay, you might guess right.
I'm gonna I'm just gonna say B.
B.
I got it right.
Is
Awesome.
correct. Oh man! All right, now we're gonna go to the rock paper scissors battle. Dawn, you're against Tammy first. You both put your hands. You do like a rock or scissors or paper. You put it under the screen, so you don't see it. You put it under the screen, lower. Tammy, just put it down. and then I'm gonna count down 1, 2, 3, and then you lift it up. Okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, she went after.
Yeah, that was.
Oh,
let's try it again. All right. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Dawn won that one. Tammy, you're out. Now we're gonna go against Dawn against Tony. Tony, you ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Cool. 3, 2. You gotta put your hand down lower.
We can see your hand. He's cheating.
All right. No. My bad.
3, 2, 1, go.
She got me.
Oh, Dawn wins again. Dawn, it's your second. You're worldwide champion of HeartBeatHero trivia. You can give your congratulations speech. You can give your winning speech.
No.
All right.
I'm going to unfollow and unfriend Tony for not liking Star Wars. That's my speech.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just
everybody can't like Star Wars.
Right.
It's not that good.
Oh my god.
Oh, now he's coming after you.
Have one good film.
He's got your back.
All right, Tony. I
got your back.
I have some more questions for Tony. I want to have a quick chat with Tony. I've been watching the documentary of Kanye on Netflix, and it's a really interesting watch on how he built his career, being so close to the greats, but not being able to break out. When building a stage for an artist like Kanye, are you there during the rehearsal, or is your job already done, or did they start rehearsing?
Right. So the first thing, of course, is bringing in all the stuff that they're going to use to build the stage, whatever it is. So for that concert, the concept was a house that was pretty much that had like pyro set up and lights inside, so has flames coming out of it and everything. And it was like in a pool of water. So how they build that, because they have their own team. You got me? Like Kanye has his own road crew. So pretty much what they do is they have stagehands that assist them. So they already have the plans on how to build it and everything. And you just, you obviously just contribute by helping out to build it. So it's, that was my first job doing that. And it was incredible to see the level of detail that goes into something like that. And it's crazy because it's just for an event that's 2 hours, 3 hours, and it takes like 4 days worth of work to put it all together. Wow. It's just incredible to see it, and what's even crazier is watching them take it apart, because they take it apart a million times faster than they take their time to put it together. So it's a lot of fun, but that's not your common thing that you get to see when it comes to doing like stagehand type of stuff, because that's a massive production, like somebody like Kanye, that's freaking huge.
You're not going to say Iron Maiden every day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. No. As much as you'd want to, but no.
All right, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys after this next track. I'm going to play one more track, and then we say goodbye to you guys. Synchic is an electronic music project influenced by synthwave and dark synth. This is Suicide Mission by Synchic. That was Suicide Mission by Sin Chick. We're going to say goodbye to everyone. Let's start with Dawn. What are you grateful for, and what would you like to promote?
Grateful for not getting COVID. My mother has COVID currently and keeps trying to give it to me. Come and see me. No.
God bless her.
I'm good. I wish you all well. Thank you for having me.
And what promote your Instagram?
So Synthwave 83 every Friday, Artist Weekly with Synthwave artists, and then my playlist is updating on Thursday. So all new, fresh playlist.
Dawn, thank you for coming on the show. Aaron, what are you grateful for, and what would you like to promote?
I am grateful for the wonderful friends that I've made through the content that we're making, like Tony, Dawn, Daniel, and what I want to promote is our YouTube channel, and then you can find us at youtube.com/Game Nasty, or you can just go into the search bar and type Game Nasty. If anybody wants to go over there and give us a sub, watch our video to the end, give us a like, a comment, that would be fantastic. Anybody that wants to do that.
Anyone at all.
Aaron, thank you for coming on the show. Tammy, what are you grateful for, and what would you like to promote?
I am grateful for you. Thank you very much. You've been a very great host, playing loads of great music and featuring loads of amazing artists. So thank you very much. And also having us, I kind of felt like, oh, we don't belong here. But now I do. Now I think
I feel like we feel like we grew friends.
We grew friends. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I'm having you all back, so that you all know I'm going to have you all back. So it'll be on. You'll be on again.
Thank you. And Game Nasty on YouTube. That's where you can find us, or Mr. and Mrs. Nasty on
Game Nasty Shorts on Instagram.
Oh, sorry, Game Nasty Shorts on Instagram. That's where you can also find us. But it's a little bit more of an intimate view. Yeah. On our
we try and put up bloopers. We're trying to aim to do bloopers and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's where you can find us. So thank you.
All right, Tammy, thank you for coming on the show. Tony, what are you grateful for, and what would you like to promote?
I'm just happy to be here, man. Thank you for everything. You guys are awesome. Had fun. I hope everybody in the chat had fun. And yeah, I'm on Instagram, nanoverse.music, YouTube channel, Nanoverse Productions.
Awesome. Thank you all for coming on the show. Yeah, that's it for the show today. If you enjoyed the show, please tell all your friends and family about it. I post recaps of the show on YouTube and Instagram. Please give those a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for more videos of the podcast and my music. Thanks to all that came and watched the podcast live on twitch.tv/HeartBeatHero. I'm so thankful for my listeners and guests on the show. Big thanks to the artists that let me play their great tracks. And thanks to all the amazing people in the Twitch chat. And thank you to people who like, listen, and share the show on SoundCloud. You can support the show by checking out Heartbeat Hero on Spotify, iTunes, Bandcamp, and SoundCloud. And like Jefferson Rift, Robin Lights, Keith Atherton, Lee Ellen, my mom, and my wife. You can also support the show by going to patreon.com/HeartbeatHero. The next show is the 16th of April on Saturday night, Paris time. I'm going to see you in the after party, so join us. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for listening to Heartbeat Hero Radio. This episode does not have a main sponsor, but if you are interested in sponsoring this show, then please send me a direct message via Instagram to my Heartbeat Hero account. Last year, the show had 18,000 views with an average of 1,300 views per month. If you're looking for exposure in the synthwave scene, then this is your chance. You can sponsor one episode or multiple. Thank you so much.